Good morning and welcome to this morning's devotional. This morning we're going to be talking about the two natures of Jesus. And so if you've grown up in the church, you will have understood that the dual nature of Jesus is this, is that he is not only fully God, but he is also fully man. That he's a human being just like us, but he is also the second person in the Godhead, that he is the Son of God. And so when we look at the Gospels accounts, we see clearly that Jesus is fully human, that he has emotions like us, that he gets hungry and tired and he needs rest, that he has all these same sorts of experiences that you and I have. But when we get to that second part, that idea that Jesus is fully God, that's where some questions begin to come in. Did you know that Christianity is the only religion that confirms that Jesus is both fully divine and fully man? And some of the reasons why we believe that are not only in the fact that Jesus carried the power of God, that he was able to heal, that he was able to know things that other people didn't know, but also in the claims that Jesus makes about himself, where he tells us that before Abraham was, I am. And that when he forgave the paralytic man's sins, the Pharisees asked, well, who can forgive sins but God alone? Exactly is what Jesus sort of replies to that statement. And so one question to ask ourselves is, does this really matter, that Jesus is both fully God or fully man? Or is it just a nice theological concept? I think it's more than a nice theological concept, and here's why. Is when we think about the lives that you and I live, and the experiences that you and I have, they range from tragedy to triumph, from heartbreak to celebration. We have all of these different things that happen in our lives. And when we think about God in the midst of them, obviously it's easier to praise God when things are going very good for us. And there are moments when things aren't going very good, it's hard for us to come to God. But the reality is that when we look at all of the different religions in the world, God seems to be off in the distance, that he is this heavenly, holy other being that we have no right to approach. And that's true about who God is. But when it comes to our human experience, there is one thing that we can never say to God, the God of the Bible, as we understand him through Jesus Christ. And it's this. We can never say to God, you don't know what I'm going through. You ever thought about that before? That there's no experience that you could have, nothing that you can go through that Jesus already hasn't been through. No loss or tragedy, no suffering, no celebration that the God of the universe doesn't already know. And so there's a beauty to that, and the fact that God knows exactly what you're going through, that he understands you, and he wants to come alongside of you. There is a place in Hebrews chapter 2, it is verses, I believe it's 17 and 18 says this. It says, for this reason, he had to be made like them, like human beings, fully human in every way, in order that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in service to God, and that he might make an atonement for the sins of the people. Because he himself suffered when he was tempted, he is able to help those who are being tempted. And so when you and I are facing things every single day, he is right there alongside with us, and he knows exactly how to help us. And so as you turn off this devotion this morning and you walk out the door, be encouraged to know that not only does God know what you're going through, but that he goes with you and that he understands. And so that when you cry out to him, he can empathize with your experience. I hope that was helpful for you here this morning, and God bless you, and have a great day.